แล้วก็ loading fire fire fire
We did not neglect each other, but we seek each other to understand, make analysis into every problem, and have mutual understanding and commitment. But with us, so we are the sovereign people over our own lands and our own things belonging to us now. Okay, so how to work it out the solution? Yes, you have right. You have right. We have acknowledged. So how? At last, they also, propose that the Aristotle separation should not be done.
Please, a lot back already. Please, a lot back already.
Amakan Chairman laga gaud milabane authority kan national ka sabto odna jadi gram ni bohi dibe Amakan light refreshment lo age walo ke Amakan jabala se Amakan lago
gitu Amakan pra join guri kena kam guri jabo.
People from all walks of life controlled the TED of Nationalist Socialist Council of Nagaland IM Chairman Isak Chisisu, who passed away on June 28 following multi-organ failure. National Security Advisor to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Ajit Doval, also paid tribute by placing a wreath on his body. NSN IM General Secretary Twingalang Muiva, interlocutor in Naga Peace Talk RN Ravi, former Nagaland Chief Minister Nefirio, former State Governor Swaraj Khosar were among those who were present. The 87-year-old chairman of National Socialist Council of Nagaland was undergoing treatment for almost a year at Fortis Hospital in South Delhi, where he breathed his last. Su, who belonged to the Sumi tribe, hailed from Nagaland's Sunghipodo district. His body has been taken to his native place for last rites. His death has brought the focus on the status of the Naga Peace Accord negotiations since the signing of a framework agreement between the centre and the NSCN-IM in August last in New Delhi.
We are the people of Nagaland. We proclaim to all of the nation. We are born free since time immemorial, free by right divine. No one can take our freedom away. No one can take our land even an inch. It is the heritage of God. Oh yes, we want a peaceful solution. of sacrifice. It's the proud history of the Nagas. Let their freedom ring. Christ is the banner of Nagaland. Sooner or later we will overcome. Long live, oh Nagaland. Oh yes, we want a peaceful solution. We want a peaceful solution. All the Nagas have been wailing around the whole world. All the Nagas should live together under the roof of one umbrella. All the Nagas should be united. No integration, no solution.
So, I have to. Are you sure now that your interest and that you feel this is in some way falling short of?
The only difference was I was asking for a 12 month this one, but ultimately we decided on a 6-month one.
Among the Nagas in our society, Ho is most respected. And I cannot go ahead without at least respecting their views and their concern. We belong to the Naga people, and in many ways, Naga Ho represent the people. And so we have special respect for them. Otherwise, I'll be facing opposition from them.
I was wondering, these are all people living in Thailand. Others living in Thailand.
On our part, true to our commitment, even to the Indian leaders, we are prepared to work out what is honorable and mutually acceptable to both sides for a just and lasting solution. It will be prudent for the Government of India and the National Socialist Council of Nagaland not to miss this opportunity to resolve the issue while the finest moment is at hand. Back home, we are anxiously concerned about the differences in our understanding within the Naga family. As such, unity through reconciliation among the Nagas is the need of the hour. I stand by the covenant of reconciliation, where we agree to reconcile based on the historical and political rights of the Nagas, and thus I gave my signature as the chairman of National Socialist Council of Nagaland. Facilitated by the Forum for Naga Reconciliation, FNR, we are prepared to meet at the highest level soon. I urge you to continue to support and pray for this reconciliation process among the Nagas. The forces to destroy and divide the Nagas will always be there. But if the people understand the issue and love their land, we can always prevail upon these destructive forces. It is my firm conviction that despite our differences and past mistakes, we should be truthful to God and sincere in our approach for a genuine reconciliation and pave the way for peace and prosperity. Praise the Lord!
Let's listen.
Stand back first, and we are thankful to all of you for your warm and affectionate reception to us. And we thank the organizing committee also and all of you who are present here. Today we are coming here at the invitation of the Prime Minister of India, and we are trying to have a good understanding with the government of India and the people of India also. Because it is very important that we have to live together side by side as a nation, different nation, although we are different nations, we have to cooperate with each other. Therefore, we would like to request you that when you are here, you are all the students are representing the Nagas. You are the dream of Naga civilization. And so, when you are here during your stay here, you will have to be very careful, vigilant, and you have to represent our people correctly. When you are learning, you have to pay attention to your studies and do not waste your time unnecessarily in other things. But our people, thousands of them have laid down their lives, and still so many of them are in the front line. You are lucky to be here to study. And so it is a good opportunity for you to learn things correctly, because you are going to be leader tomorrow. And so the preparation period is very important, because it is very good, lucky for all of you to be here, because international phenomena can be felt here in this capital of India. So we believe that all of you will be quite vigilant and study hard. And we must know that Nagaland is for Christ. And all of you are representing the Nagas here. You are the preacher here, because the foreigners are, many of them want to go to Nagaland, but they cannot go. So they are meeting you, and they want to know from you who are the Nagas are. So you are preaching to the other people about the Nagas. So you have to be very careful and also prepare for the better future. And we shall be here for about a week and then proceed home. And during all this thing, we need your all our support, your moral support, material support, and also your prayer support. Very important. During this day of our stay and meeting the Prime Minister and other Indian leaders also, we need your prayer support, and we hope that a good relationship can be established with the government of India and the people of India, and also with our neighboring country also. Thank God, and thanking all of you for your warm reception and affectionate reception.
It's a great respect.
माननीय अतिथिगण, आज हम एक ऐतिहासिक क्षण पर हैं जब भारत सरकार और नेशनल सोशलिस्ट काउंसिल ऑफ नागालैंड के मध्य एक शांति समझौते पर हस्ताक्षर होने जा रहा है। ये समस्या 1947 से देश झेल रहा था। सुरक्षा बलों और नागाओं के बीच निरंतर संघर्ष चल रहा था। इसमें हजारों लोगों की जानें गईं और कई पीढ़ियों का भविष्य खो गया। शांति प्रक्रिया 1997 में आरंभ हुई और 18 वर्ष के बाद इस प्रक्रिया को हम इस अंजाम तक लाए हैं कि अब नागालैंड शांति और विकास के पथ पर चल पड़ेगा। We have gathered here today for the signing of an accord between the Government of India and the National Socialist Council of Nagaland in the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister of India and witnessed by the Honorable Home Minister, the National Security Advisor, and the delegation of Naga leaders. To commence this historic occasion, may I now invite Mr. R. N. Ravi to take his place on behalf of the Government of India. May I now invite Mr. T. Muiva, General Secretary of the National Socialist Council of Nagaland, to come for the signing ceremony.
आइए बाबा जी, प्लीज इन द सेंटर।
May I now invite Mr. T. Muiva to deliver his remarks on this historic occasion.
My speech. Okay, okay. I thank God for this momentous occasion. On behalf of the chairman, Mr. Achek Chishisu, and the Naga people, kindly allow me to begin by saying that Naga people have great respect for Mahatma Gandhi because he understood and respected the Nagas when the Nagas delegation met him for the first time in 1947. Unfortunately, after the Naga delegation met him, after his demise, the Indian state resorted to military might to crush the Nagas. Arms confrontation followed, inflicting heavy losses on both the parties. After a long fighting, Mr. Narasimha Rao, the then Prime Minister of India, had the courage to admit that it is a political issue and should be solved through political negotiation. We appreciated his wisdom and accepted the ceasefire agreement to start political negotiations in 1997. We gave our commitment to him that NSCN shall leave no stone unturned to find a negotiated, amicable settlement between the two parties. The Nagas were very happy when the government of India, under the leadership of the then Prime Minister of India, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, declared the recognition of the unique history and situation of the Nagas in 2002. We Nagas appreciated the statesmanship of Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and we gave our commitment that if the government of India would understand the reality of the Nagas would appreciate the reality of India even 10 times more, and we never backtrack from our commitment. Today, under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, we have come close to understand each other and have worked out a new relationship between the two parties on the basis of the uniqueness. We appreciate your wisdom, your leadership, and your vision to build an enduring relationship between the Nagas and Indians. The Nagas will ever remember you for your statesmanship and your profound understanding of the Nagas with warm heart for them. Beginning from now, the challenges will be great, so also the responsibilities. The obligation to meet the needs of the people shall be paramount for both the parties to make this historic endeavor more meaningful. Let me also assure you that Nagas can still come closer if their rights are respected. On behalf of the Naga people, allow me to assure you once again that the Nagas can be trustworthy and take into your confidence for any policy in the Northeast and beyond the frontiers. God bless you and your leadership. Koknalim. Thank you.
There is a special present for the Prime Minister from the people of Nagaland, from the NSCN. अब मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से अनुरोध करूंगा कि अपना वक्तव्य दें. May I now request the Honorable Prime Minister to deliver his remarks on this historic occasion.
Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, Home Minister, Shri Maua, and all senior leaders of the National Socialist Council of Nagaland. My warm greetings to all those present here today on this historic occasion. I wish that Sri Isaac Su, who played a leading role in reaching this agreement, was present today. He could not be here because of poor health. I wish him speedy recovery. Just as his contribution to this agreement has been huge, his guidance will remain crucial in the times ahead. The Naga political issue had lingered for 6 decades, taking a huge toll on generations of our people. I sincerely thank Sri Isaac Su, Sri Muiwa, and other Naga leaders for their wisdom and courage, for their efforts and cooperation, which has resulted in this historic agreement. I have the deepest admiration for the great Naga people, for their extraordinary support to the peace efforts. I compliment the National Socialistic Council of Nagaland for maintaining the ceasefire agreement for nearly 2 decades with a sense of honor that defines the great Naga people. My relationship with the Northeast has been deep. I have traveled to Nagaland on many occasions. I have been deeply impressed by the rich and diverse culture and the unique way of life of the Naga people. It makes not only our nation but also the world a more beautiful place. The Naga courage and commitment are legendary. Equally, they represent the highest levels of humanism. Their system of village administration and grassroots democracy should be an inspiration for the rest of the country. The respect for the infirm and elders, the status of women in society, sensitivity to Mother Nature, and the emphasis on social equality is a natural way of Naga life. These are values that should constitute the foundation of the society that we all seek. Unfortunately, the Naga problem has taken so long to resolve because we did not understand each other. It is a legacy of British rule. The colonial rulers had, by design, kept the Nagas isolated and insulated. They propagated terrible myths about Nagas in the rest of the country. They deliberately supported the reality that the Nagas were an extremely evolved society. They also spread negative ideas about the rest of the India among Naga people. This was part of the well-known policy of divide and rule of the colonial rulers. It is one of the tragedies of independent India that we have lived with this legacy. There were not many like Mahatma Gandhi who loved the Naga people and was sensitive to their sentiments. We have continued to look at each other through the prism of false prejudice and old prejudice. The result was that connectivity between Nagaland and the rest of India remained weak across this divide. Economic development and progress in Nagaland remained modest, and durable peace was elusive since becoming Prime Minister last year. Peace, security, and economic transformation of Northeast has been among my highest priorities. It is also at the heart of my foreign policy, especially the Act East policy have been deeply concerned about resolving the Naga issue soon after entering office. I appointed an interlocutor for talks with the Naga leaders who not only understood the Naga people as also their aspirations and expectations, but has great affection and respect for them. Given the importance of this initiative, I asked my office to supervise these talks, and I personally kept in touch with the progress. I want to especially thank my senior colleague, Home Minister Sri Rajnath Singh Ji, who supported and advised, was invaluable in bringing us here today. Today's agreement is a shining example of what we can achieve when we deal with each other in a spirit of equality and respect, trust and confidence, when we seek to understand concerns and try to address aspirations. When we leave the path of dispute and take the high road of dialogue, it is a lesson and an inspiration in our troubled world. Today, we mark not merely the end of a problem, but the beginning of a new future. We will not only try to heal wounds and resolve problems, but also be your partner as you restore your pride and prestige. Today, to the leaders and the people of Nagaland, I say this: you will not only build a bright future of Nagaland, but your talents, traditions, and efforts will also contribute to making the nation stronger, more secure, more inclusive, and more prosperous. You are also the guardian of our eastern frontiers and our gateway to the world beyond. Equally, the rest of the nation will join you in shaping a future of dignity, opportunity, and prosperity for the people of Naga. Today, as you begin a new glorious chapter with a sense of pride, self-confidence, and self-respect, I join the nation in saluting you and conveying our good wishes to the Naga people. Thank you very much. मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, आज एक नए युग का आरंभ हो रहा है। 3 अगस्त भारत के इतिहास में एक स्वर्णिम पृष्ठ के रूप में अंकित की जाएगी। देश आजाद हुआ तब से इंसर्जेंसी के कारण कभी तनाव का, कभी लड़ाई का, कभी मारकाट का माहौल बना रहा। आशंकाएं इतनी गहरी थी कि कोई किसी पे भरोसा नहीं करता था। 60 साल से भी अधिक समय बीत गया। आज वो एक सुनहरा पल आया है जब हम शस्त्र को छोड़ करके, कंधे से कंधा मिला करके नागालैंड का भी विकास हो और हिंदुस्तान का भी विकास हो, उस एक सपने को लेकर के नई यात्रा का प्रारंभ कर रहे हैं। मैं NSCN के, जो कि इस इलाके का सबसे बड़ा प्रमुख संगठन रहा है, उनके नेताओं का आज हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। और श्रीमान मुइवा जी, श्रीमान आइजैक स्यू जी, उन्होंने जो दूरदृष्टि दिखाई है और जो योगदान दिया है, और सभी नागा ग्रुपों को साथ लेकर के जो भूमिका अदा की है, जो आने वाले दिनों में नागालैंड के भविष्य को स्वर्णिम बनाने का कारण बनने वाली है। मैं पिछले दिनों जब नागालैंड गया प्रधानमंत्री बनने के बाद, बहुत बड़ी संख्या में डेलीगेशंस मुझे मिले थे। हर किसी ने एक ही बात कही कि कोई रास्ता निकालो। गत महीने वहां के स्पीकर, वहां के मुख्यमंत्री सभी दलों का डेलीगेशन लेकर के आए थे। उन्होंने भी मुझे आग्रह से यही कहा कि आपकी सरकार के पास से अपेक्षाएं हैं, आप रास्ता निकालिए। सब दूर से एक ही बात आती थी कि नागालैंड विकास की नई ऊंचाइयों को प्राप्त करना चाहता है, नागालैंड आगे बढ़ना चाहता है। मुझे हर किसी की बात पे भरोसा हुआ और लगातार इस बातों को आगे बढ़ाया गया। नागा संगठनों के कुछ लोग भी मुझे मिलने आए और आज वो स्वर्णिम पल के हम लोग हिस्सेदार बने हैं। और जैसा मुइवा जी ने कहा, अगर महात्मा गांधी लंबे समय तक हमारे बीच होते तो इस समस्या का समाधान हो गया होता। मुझे खुशी है कि एक प्रकार से आज की ये घटना महात्मा गांधी को एक उत्तम से उत्तम श्रद्धांजलि बनी रही है। और मुझे खुशी इस बात की है कि मैं उस धरती से आया हूं जहां पर महात्मा गांधी ने जन्म लिया था। मेरी खुशी कितनी होगी इसका आप अंदाज कर सकते हैं। और मुझे विश्वास है कि बहुत ही जल्द इस एकॉर्ड के अनुकूल सारी व्यवस्थाओं को हम विकसित करेंगे और एक बहुत बड़ी शक्ति NSCN की राष्ट्र के विकास का हिस्सा बनेगी। मैं आप सबको निमंत्रित करता हूं, आओ हम सब मिलकर के मां भारती के गौरवगान के लिए अपनी बुद्धि, शक्ति, सामर्थ्य को लगाएं, हमारे अपने नागालैंड को नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाएं, विकास की नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाएं और पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट को ताकत देने की जगह नागालैंड में देख रहा हूं। और जो हमारी एक टेस्ट पॉलिसी है, पूर्व के देशों की ओर जाने का हमारा प्रवेश द्वार है नागालैंड। एक बहुत बड़ी अहम अवस्था मैं मेरे सामने देख रहा हूं और उस सपनों को आज हम पूरा हुआ देखते रहे हैं। 60-70 साल बहुत बड़ा लंबा कालखंड होता है। आप लोगों ने बहुत कठिनाइयां झेली होगी, बहुत गहरे गांव होंगे, लेकिन मेरे प्यारे नागा भाइयों, आपने हम पर जितना विश्वास किया है, मैं उससे भी ज्यादा ताकत से उस विश्वास को बरकरार करने के लिए भरसक प्रयास करता रहूंगा और नागा का उज्जवल भविष्य, इस सपने को साकार करने के लिए हम पूरी शक्ति लगा देंगे। मैं फिर एक बार नागा नेताओं का हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं, आभार व्यक्त करता हूं और इस मेन स्ट्रीम में आने के लिए उनका हृदय से स्वागत करता हूं। मुझे विश्वास है कि शस्त्र समस्याओं का समाधान नहीं है, हिंसा ने समस्याओं का समाधान नहीं किया है। यही रास्ता है जो रास्ता हमें आगे बढ़ाएगा। और आज जो कि सबसे बड़ा, सबसे पुराना इंसर्जेंसी वाला मामला निपट रहा है, छोटे मोटे और भी जगह पे हिंदुस्तान के कोने कोने में जो कुछ चीजें चल रही हैं, उनके लिए भी एक मार्गदर्शन बनेगा। NSCN देश के उन लोगों के लिए भी मार्गदर्शक बनेगा जो गलत रास्ते से निकल करके सही रास्ते पर आना चाहते होंगे। उनको मुझे विश्वास है कि NSCN के नेताओं का आज जो दूरदृष्टि भरा निर्णय है, वो उनको भी रास्ता दिखाएगा। तो न सिर्फ नागालैंड का भविष्य, लेकिन भारत में जहां जहां हिंसक घटनाओं के कारण परेशानियां हो रही हैं, उनका भविष्य बनाने में भी नागालैंड बहुत बड़ी भूमिका अदा करेगा, NSCN बहुत बड़ी भूमिका अदा करेगा। ये मुझे विश्वास है। इस विश्वास के साथ फिर एक बार मेरे प्यारे नागावासियों, आइए हम सब मिलकर के प्रगति की नई ऊंचाइयों को पार करने के लिए आगे बढ़े। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
It is very important to carry on the peace process, and without him, it is going to be peace process is going to be disrupted. That is why we are making our request to the Thai government to release him early.
As the regard to this arms dealing, that is not true. That's not true. We are running a parallel government. Of course, we have our own army. We are carrying on our administration to whole Nagaland. So we have our own army, of course. But as of now, we have no this arm dealing.
Non ti per che shahazori. Ntaja ke jab muthme ko khrak riyo no jaker ne. Jordan.
Hallelujah. Come, let's sing the victory chorus of Nagaland. Vibrating through the hills and plains, echo this heroic song. Raise high the banner of victory. Let's all sing in joyful spirit. Oh, come, let's praise and sing in the name of.
He was a Naga from Myanmar, but someone that Indian security agencies had been looking for nearly half a century. The patriarch of the Naga insurgency and chairman of the banned underground rebel group, 77-year-old SS Khaplang, died yesterday. And while his death is a major blow to the NSCN-K that abrogated a ceasefire agreement with the centre in 2015, it might also help India disintegrate the northeast rebel groups that are sheltered across the border in Myanmar.
SS Khaplang, one of India's most wanted, who headed the banned insurgent group National Socialist Council of Nagaland, K. In this rare video shot in 2013, Khaplang is seen manning his cadre at the outfit headquarters in Taga, Myanmar. Uniting insurgent groups in the northeast was among his top priorities.
Mondangol kuribi, takat kuri kana fight kuro, kam kuribo, milai kana kuribo, itu party khan waktu itu request kuribole mon.
In 2012, this Naga from Myanmar signed a peace deal with the authorities there. 3 years later, he dishonored a 14-year-old ceasefire agreement with New Delhi.